Let's get right into it, man. So you've got a lot of exciting stuff, growth plans, even through this recession, what's going on in the world today. You've got a lot of cool stuff going on. And to be real, when we were back in the fitness industry in, let's say, 2008, 2009, and 10, we were in the middle of a giant financial crisis. And what were people buying?
Personal training.
They were buying.
I think you know what.
How so much sense, right?
I think you know what, man. People, it's a lot of mindset. Like back then, I think that we're just also much younger, so we didn't get caught up with all this politics and what's going on. We knew what we had to do.
I didn't think about politics.
There's no. My dad was like, man, you gotta start paying attention to politics. You own a business. I'm like, I just didn't have a mindset. I was just like, man, I'm just doing my thing.
Like, I'm making money.
Like I got the vision. I'm just looking straight ahead, not even, but no, it's I think back then it was just, now we're more aware. We're like, oh, like how's this affecting us? How is it? Because now we're sitting on different sides of the table, and it's more of like, for me, in my business, it's like I'm in a consumer-based business. So when things like that happen, and in the economy, people start talking recession, people start talking scare tactics. It's the first people that I see is the consumers that stop spending, that tighten up. You know what I mean? It's that person that's going to walk in and buy a membership. That person's going to walk in and buy personal training. So seeing that at firsthand, and I think the biggest thing is same thing as back then, but trying to take the same mindset of like changing it and flipping it in my with my staff, and just saying it's a mindset thing. Like we're gonna control what we can in these four walls, and we're not gonna worry what's happening on the outside, because that's gonna be just creating excuses, So
I always love that one. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, I feel like the recession is almost the least of your worries compared to the pandemic.
That had to be the worst for you to shut down.
You were shut down, right?
No, 3 months. And I was telling like this, man, he asked me how we pivoted, and then I remember this like it was yesterday. So the very next day that we closed, I got all my leaders, all my managers together, and we go to the office. And I'm like, all right, what's the play? I'm like, all right, first, I called every one of my friends that was like an executive position in the gyms that they own. One guy was Anytime Fitness VP, one was LA Fitness, one with Planet Fitness. Every one of them, I call on FaceTime and like this, and they're on their couch. I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, what do you want me to do? He's like, corporate told me to go home. I was like, you guys not like pivoting, figuring shit out? Like, what do you mean? And they're like, no, dude, like
it's only 2 weeks.
It was a day. It was like the next day. It just happened. And I was like, but in my mind, I remember with my mind, like,
don't worry,
thanks,
lockdown for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, we'll get through this.
Okay, now it's 2 months.
No, man. And then like I remember going through that, and but we're already mentally preparing ourselves. Like we heard that was gonna be shut down coming or something happening. So with my staff, I was like, fuck that, we're not shutting down. Like whatever. And again, the mindset is like that's the leadership that I want to come through. I was like, we're not shutting down. Whatever we got to do. So it was till last minute, and then when it actually happened, they're like, no, we're shutting down. Damn. So in my mind, I was like, we're still not shutting down. And I was like, we're figuring this shit out. Yeah. So that's why, like, I had the next day, I had all the managers in the office, and I did that on purpose. And I showed it to them, and I think that's where the bought-in came in. They're like, damn, we're about to do something different than all these national guys are doing out there. And I think that was the pivoting point, because I truly felt that after COVID, it was a reset. Everybody started at the same line. I don't care if you were in business 50 years, I don't care if you were in business 10 years, or you were in business 1 year. It was now, you stop marketing, your staff went home, you're going to have to rehire, you're going to have to reset the culture, you're going to have to reset the marketing, like everything stopped. So when we paused, I was like, we got to pivot. So we start pivoting and went virtual. So we like literally created ads. We started marketing high-end markets, Manhattan, Chicago, and we started selling. We literally created an ad, and we're like, all right, so we did a free 21-day challenge, 6-week conversion, whatever it was. But obviously there's cost for acquisition of that client or that lead. So I was like, well, we're going to lose if we don't just sell something. But it was a free giveaway. But what we did is we partnered with a supplement company that shipped nationwide. So what we do is we do the original pitch of 21-day challenge or 6-week abs. People go in there.
6-week abs.
We go in.
That's my favorite one, personally.
Hey, when somebody's really close, you know what I mean? Then when you got to tighten some things up, they'll get there.
That was my last goal this year that I was trying to accomplish.
Hey, we can get you 6-week in abs for sure. Like, everybody for sure.
Six weeks ago, I had some. Okay,
yeah.
6 weeks to.
It takes 6 weeks to lose sometimes, you know.
It takes about 6 days to get.
Yeah. But no, it was cool because what we did was like, all right, so we would get you on the phone, we go through the whole spiel, say, hey, it's going to be a 21-day challenge, but for you to get going on this challenge, you're going to have to eat right, and one of the supplements you're going to have to take is, protein, vitamins, this and that. So our first initial sale would be like $150, $200, would cover our cost of acquisition of that customer, and they were a plus
Off of the supplement.
off the supplement. That was our first. That's how we made sure that we covered the cost.
What was the cost of acquisition
Was it like
on that?
affiliate?
$45 per
Wow.
per lead.
Yeah.
So we were there, and then what happened was that we came, and then second week before their package would expire, would hit them up and say, how's it been going, and then try to convert them to now an online client. And so what I would do is that's how I kept everybody sharp and everybody busy. So like we were just on the phones. The leads were coming in, we're working them, we're calling people working from home, people working from the gym. So I had people from the gym 3 days a week, 2 days a week from home. 2 days a week from home was all Zoom and training. So we did sales and training. So when we came out in June, that's I think the first month that we opened up, we had like the biggest month in the company history. We started growing like 15%, 20% month over month. And then it like when the recession talks start happening again, it kind of tapered off and slowed down. But
Sure.
right after COVID, man, we're like, bam, like we were growing like crazy. So, and I thought, and again, the biggest part was I felt like everybody started from ground up, and we didn't lose. We gained more culture. We gained more.
But then you got ahead
buy-in.
of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, change too. It was different whole thing. Like it wasn't the same thing that people were doing. So it was actually a fresh board and a fresh slate that everyone
And pivot, like you agree, like with bigger companies, it's harder for them to pivot.
Yeah.
So they don't know.
Very
Like with us,
difficult.
it's just like boom, we're doing this.
I mean, it's kind of like a, survival of the fittest. A lot of people went out of business too, and it's like I hate to say that, but some people had to go out of business
Yeah.
and needed to. I mean,
30,000 gyms across the country went out,
Yeah.
right?
that crazy?
30,000 across the country.
I mean,
So I was getting so antsy when they